This is Consensus by Arlene Stone, early in the Diablo Canyon battle. Agreed to blockade, but not on whether we'll carry objects including soft banners or ribbons or yarns in a god's eye, or whether we'll agree to let other groups carry such props, or whether we'll wear hippie jeans or beads or flowers in our hair, or whether we'll blockade the West Gate or the South or the East, or whether we'll chant, or whether we'll sing, or whether we'll read poems, or whether we'll go to jail, or whether if we're jailed we'll bail out or stay, or whether we'll plead guilty or not guilty or nolo contendere, or whether we'll plead a creative plea, or whether they'll use police dogs or nightsticks or mace or gun, or whether they'll drag us by the ear or hair or break our wrists or pull our arms from their sockets like mushrooms beheaded, or whether one man in government can be held solely accountable, or whether the earth will survive this weather of fallout. Arguments pro and con with words are conventional warfare, chosen over nuclear sabers. Consensus reached on one point on the foot of that pin where dance disables. The martial angels, the tip of the nuclear iceberg. A sword's exclamation point, that notch in history's belt where the weapons are disarmed by the friction of millions of common sparks, talking our swords into plowshares. I read that poem by Arlene Stone. Much love. It won't stop. Why won't it stop? Oh, how fun. Okay. Well, I don't know how to make it stop, so I guess it will stop whenever it's done. I will read it again, and this time I will interlineate me. Agreed to blockade, agreed to occupy, but not on whether we'll carry objects including soft banners or ribbons or yarns in a god's eye, or whether we'll agree to let other groups carry such props, or whether we'll wear hippie jeans or beads or flowers in our hair, or whether we will sit in the west stairway or the north stairway or the south stairway or the east, or whether we'll chant, or what will we sing, and when are the poems, and do we really have to go to jail? And if we're jailed, let's bail out, unless you need to stay. And when you're asked to plead, do whatever you may. I hope they don't use police dogs or nightsticks or mace or guns or pepper spray or even touch any one person without mutual consent. Because one man or woman in our government may be held accountable if such happens with violence in their heart. The earth will survive the weather of the fallout. Whether we can is a whole another discussion. Arguments pro and con with words. That is our conventional warfare. And it's glad to be used over nuclear sabers. Consensus reached on one point on the foot of the pin where dance disables the martial angels, the tip of the nuclear iceberg, the sword's exclamation point, that notch in history's belt where the weapons are fully disarmed by the friction of millions of common sparks, taking our swords and our words and our ideas and turning them into plowshares. of a world without nuclear weapons.